Hello everyone, welcome to City Skylines. Welcome back to Chadtopia, the city that never sleeps. That's because lines aren't finished and people can't get to work. So let's see what this line is. Let's see what that line is. Come on, show us what that line is. Okay, so it's one of these things. Okay. So it's not, it'll be a metro, not a train. So create a new line. If we go to here, and then we go to here, is that what they're after? See, I'm not a fan of that line because it's not showing me any detail. Now, we now have these little fellas which are more in keeping with the aesthetic of my city. Moo indeed, shut up. Stop mooing. So, something like that may be a better option. So if we take that out, and then we return it with... we put it in here like this. Stop moving. Okay. Right, so it could be like that, but that's not right, as you can see. Definitely does not look right. I would be inclined to put it there. Now, as a result of that, we're only going to be able to have one line. And I don't think that's a very good line because it's massively long and doesn't have many stops. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this metro system as it stands right now. And we are going to make it aesthetically more like the London Underground. But unlike the London Underground, this will actually work. And will be pleasant to travel on. And will be worth the money. And will be the right temperature at the right time of the year. And will not be subject to sudden strikes. So, we're going to remove all of this here. Get rid of that structure for the moment. Put in a structure with different options. So there we go. Lovely underground station. So, Let's see, that's not connected. So that can all go. Okay. Now, we do have a classic underground. So we've got little stops that we can put places. We do still have this thing, which is just a thing of beauty. But it's going to be mostly these two. Like that. So using the underground station like that. And using the 6-laner like that, then hopefully, if we can get them pointing the right bloody way round, which at the moment we're not, then I'm pretty sure there was a twisting option. What was the bloody option for twisting things around? Because I don't want it there. I don't want it in that direction. I want it pointed in the other direction. I want it sort of rotated around. I suppose it's because it's got to have that road section. It's got to have that entrance, you see. So, let's look at that, shall we? Like that. See, so there's the entrance to it. That's the reason why it's got to have it. Okay, well that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So let's deal with the other stuff here. Like that. Now, see, I'm thinking, what have we got on the railway thing? Because wasn't there... No, passenger stations. There we go. That is a modern train station, which is what we need. And then we can run everything sort of off the back of that. But we've got to have the rail coming in. There's one bit of rail there. More rail there. So, see, this is the thing, you see. Do we... Because it would be nice for us also to have a rail station here next to the airport, because, you know, that's in keeping with tradition, really. It makes sense, doesn't it? Why wouldn't you have a rail station near your airport? Because then it makes things easy to get to, you know, like the Stansted Express or the Gatwick or whatever it is that you're going to. And so we could potentially put one there. See, we could have another one sort of down here. But the problem is, I'd want it on that side of the road. But all the time, the flipping place is too steep, you see. I mean, it could work there. And then we could bring the rail in from there. And then we've got the option of having it where, let's see. I mean, that would still work because but then it needs to be there, doesn't it? So this is what I'm trying to figure out. See, those are nice stations. I like them. But I don't like just stations that are just stations on their own. I really want them to be metros at the same time. Because that's kind of what we need. But see, that's a nice station there. And that one there is also a nice station. You know, you can see there? Sunken train station. How cool is that? And then obviously a modern 4-tracker. But most of these are modern with relative positions for underground, because that's what you want. See, this is the problem I'm having, is this decision on the best place to put this thing. Now the trouble is, you can see the spread. Most of the stuff is over here. So it would make sense to put it where one of the train lines is, which is here. Now, the advantage of that, if we were to place it in said train line here, is that it would then be a good position for passenger trains. But the problem with this one is it's only a single line. See, what I'm going to do, right, this is, I want to try and show you some of the decision making stuff that I'm trying to work out as I go while I build my city, because it may be possible that I have to start building my own assets to actually give me exactly what it is that I actually require. Now, if we look here, now what's rush hour? Oh, so like a proper rush hour. That seems quite cool, actually. So that could be quite nice to have. So we're going to subscribe to that. But as we go back, what we're going to do is we're going to look at assets and transport train. Now, most popular in the last 6 months. Let's have a look, shall we? So there's the sunken train station, which enables people to go over the top of it. The modular through station from Bad Peanut. I think I've got that one. Oh, heavens, look at that. Yes, I do have it. Modular through station, modern central. So, what's modular about it? Can I build more train tracks? Is that how it works? Place the M1 along the road and then the M2 snapping along the M1. Sure you align the roof. Align the M2s consecutively moving away from the M1. Okay. Interesting. Let's go back into the game. Whoops, cancel, just continue. And let's see if that modular aspect can work how I thought it would. So we'll just put a road down. This is just a test to try and figure out. I suppose part of this, my mania with regard to this particular aspect of it, is because I've just spent a year travelling on the British train system into London every day, and it's hateful. It's absolutely abysmal. Massive overcrowding, constant delays. It's just terrible. So I suppose maybe that's what's behind my desire to just improve this. Whoops, Traffic Plus Plus is having a few problems. So what we'll do is we'll just pause it a second. So here's our city. And we've still got massive space to go, which is great news. This is our city, isn't it? This doesn't look like our city. Looks too small. God damn it. So anyway. That's where the mania is coming from, I suppose. Just a desire to make a decent transport system. Combination metro, bus, all that kind of stuff. That would be ideal. So we're just waiting for the thing to load. Thank you. What's this? Oh, for God's sake. An error occurred. Oh, for God's sake. I'll be right back. Okay, well, after that short interlude of faffing, we are back. And what I'm going to try and do is just mess around briefly. I've got the money to do it. I am paused, so the impact should be minimal. I do so love that bus terminal. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? Just a beautiful thing. Anyway, let's not get distracted. So here is the M3, M2, M1. There's the M1 there. Is that the M2, which should be slottable next to the M1? And there's the other thing there. Okay, let's just create a road just for building off. That's all we're after. What is this road? 2-lane gravel road? No. Should be one of these bloody things. Silly road. Right. So. Now, if we put in that one. No, we put in this one, don't we? No. See, that's just the standard M2. If we put in the M1, like that, what does that look like? But then, does the... M2 then fit next to it? Yes, it bloody well does. Look at that. So that means that we have the potential, if we attach the roofs, to create a multi-track platform for trains, and also have it with that as well. Now, what I'm thinking, there is a through station. This is a modern elevated tracks one, which I like. There's a sunken train station there. So if people want to... Let's have a look at this. So you look at that. So we can still have a road across. And people can still take the train. That's really nice. I really, really like that. And you got these big buggers. If we want to, we've got the option where they've got the roads ready to go out, and then we can, in this case, we turn that around. It says like that at the moment, but what we could do is turn it around so that the road fixes there, or attaches there. I cannot for life remember how to turn things around. Whoops, we unspeeded it. Okay. See, because it's not that. That's how. But then it's strange that it wants it on either side of the road when it's a flipping train station. I'd rather be able to sort of, or want to, be able to put it somewhere else. Now, we've got a few genetic train stations there, or generic, idiot. We've got the old 4-track train station, and we've got this one. Now, this is a bypass passenger station. Now, what I was thinking, right, there's the bypass, yeah? So you've got the standard sort of bypass here, where it just goes underneath the train station and then out the other side. Now, what I was thinking I could do, see, I do apologise, this is me just essentially just thinking out loud, trying to plan things, is then you run that down there. I do love that little thing there, that's just fantastic, isn't it? But doesn't look like it's going to be any use, really. And then at the other end, we place roadside, obviously. Let's just build some more roadside again. No. Like that. There we go. We may need to just get that out of the way. And we may need to remove that. So we go back up to here. And then, you see, we can place that roadside there. But it's... look, it's completely out of skew. So, if I want to do that, it means the road will have to come out to here. I'll have to get rid of that. And then another road will have to run for it to go in there, the road will have to run sort of there-ish. Here, is that it? So if we go back to the train now and put that in like that, it's actually got to go back one, in fact, doesn't it? If you look at that, yeah, it's got to go back one. We get rid of that, and then get rid of that one for the moment, and then we put it in there. And I really don't know if this is just like an obsessive thing, or it's an OCD thing, or... I mean, I've got a friend who's actually got proper OCD, so I wouldn't want to belittle his condition by saying, oh yeah, it's OCD, because, you know, it's just not fair. And it's not true. You know? Oh, God. But that's what would be needed in order to do a bypass line here. So you would have essentially a bypass line. So this would be a simple passenger bypass line. So passengers can still stop and they can still go down to here, but it will bypass and then still go on to a passenger terminal. So anytime we want to put in a passenger terminal, but still want the line to continue, then we can have to do that, aren't we? Unless we go down this route and they start using these ones for the passenger terminals going through. It's just, oh God, brain farting. So much brain farting. But I mean, let me know what you think, because I'm really interested to hear what you think about this particular, or this idea for the design of the railway, because it really needs to kind of just sort of work, really. I mean, and just... So, in other words, any time I want to stop off at a train station, or stop a train station, if I don't do a full size, it'll have to be a bypass. Because what if they don't want to stop at that train station? Do we then continue on a single line? Or do we then have to continue with this line as well? Like so. Don't even know what that's doing. You see? Because then that's a proper bypass train line. But it's still not in the right position, you see, in order for it to be close on with that. But, you know, these can all come out to here. Like that. Not sure what they think they're doing. And these guys out to here as well. And then, you know, we can cross-connect them. Or can we? No, apparently we can't. That's going to be a problem. So let's just try this and then try that. See, I don't know why it's doing it as a line like that. See, that makes no sense to me at all. I suppose it's just to keep it smooth and not make it too bad, you know? Anyway, I think that's enough of my derping. Please leave comments in the section below. Let us know what you think about the train, my thoughts on the train design, about what you think are the best way to do it. I mean, I would like to have a couple of these things around, because we've got like areas. Oh, it's shit steak. No, it's shit lake even. As you can see, making his way through the shit. What Might want to consider moving all those down there so they just flow out, but I'd love to be able to get something that enables me to just get rid of all that crap, quite literally. So, yeah, it's interesting, and that's also a really nice thing. So we can have, oh goodness me, through the centre, and we can also have a train track right through the centre here as well. And that's something else that I haven't considered. So could it be something that I need to redesign in the actual design of the entire city, that I build highways in and out of the area? So all these highways will have to be completely ripped apart to then have a train line run down the middle of them, so that trains can also run into the centre. But then, see, how do you then run the train line? Yeah, you see what I mean? And I'm trying to work all this out in my head, and I think I'm starting to give myself a headache. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys are enjoying the mass derping by Chad here. And, I'm sure you guys have plenty to say on this matter. Anyway, I welcome your thoughts, boys and girls. I'd love to hear what you have to think. I mean, Bill, if you want to post like a link of something like that, or a picture to one of your cities, if you want to show it off, then obviously I will have to approve the link to make sure it's nothing naughty. But feel free. I mean, you know, I'd love to see some of your designs if you enjoy this game as much as I do. And I do enjoy the game an awful lot, but sometimes I just find the designing of it a little bit frustrating, you know, especially when you design the city. When you start off, it's just got so little money, and you can't really do a huge amount with it. Anyway, enough waffle, time for me to go. I'll see you boys and girls later. Take care, everyone.